everyone. Aloha. This is Henny Espinosa with Just Wish Foundation. Today we are joined by Ashley Klemperer, Executive Director of La'akea Village, a community in Maui, Hawaii that provides life-changing opportunities for young people and adults with disabilities. Mahalo for joining us on Just Wish Foundation, Ashley.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us about La'akea Village. So take us back to 2000 when a group of concerned Maui residents and parents of children with disabilities came together, banded together with one common goal. Now tell us about this goal and about the beginnings of La'akea Village.
Yeah, so it started with a group of parents, just as many parents are. They want to ensure that their children have the greatest opportunities throughout their entire lives. And these parents had children with special needs, intellectual and developmental disabilities. And what they quickly realized was that services pretty much stopped after they finished school, after they graduated from high school. So beyond the age of 18, 19, 20 years old, there really wasn't a lot available to these amazing human beings. And so these parents banded together and decided to take action into their own hands and create an organization that could meet those needs, and specifically in a way that would be all-inclusive. So not just separate from general population, but really wanting to integrate into the community and give them the greatest opportunities to develop their own levels of unique independence.
So tell us about that, Ashley. Why inclusion is so important in your organization, and also why do you refer to staff as mentors and your clients as participants?
Yeah, so I think really our core values bring that all together, which are dignity, stewardship, integrity, and relationships. And inclusivity really embodies all of those. We call our staff members mentors because we really like to identify that we're not providing services for these amazing human beings, but really we are working and living and learning with them. So through our model of mentorship, where our employees are guiding and facilitating different developmental goals for our participants, they're not doing things for them, but they're doing things with them.
I see. And it really, when it comes to inclusion, you feel a sense of belonging that
Exactly.
you would otherwise probably not feel elsewhere, right? This is really a community where everyone's accepted and everyone belongs, and that's really awesome. So let's talk
Yes.
about the property itself. I understand that back in 2010, the organization secured a 12-acre farm, and of course with support from various agencies in Maui. Tell us about this property and why it's so special.
So we have 12 acres on the north shore of Maui in Upper Paia. We have the most amazing views of the North Shore, and it is just so picturesque and serene up here. It took about 10 years to secure the land, get water and all of the electricity, and start building the buildings. And then it also took a lot of time for the organization to become able to provide services through the Department of Health Medicaid waiver program. So in 2010, that's when they were able to get all of those things situated, and they were able to welcome their first clients and hire their first employees. So it was quite a journey. I think it's a real testament to show the power of this community and how important it was to provide services to these phenomenal people.
Tell us about some of the authentic life skills that your participants learn and develop.
Sure. So while every participant has their own unique goals, many of them are drawn to La'akea because of our outdoor setting. They like to spend time outdoors, they're interested in gardening, they're interested in learning about farming. So we find meaningful ways to create accessibility for lots of different abilities. So we call our program the Abilities Day program. And while we try really hard to create a great balance between consistency and innovation, because we know that consistency is really important for people with adults or adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, but we also know that they like to try new things, and it helps everybody have fun and gain new experiences. So there are daily pieces that they do, like harvesting, watering plants, tending to the fields. We're right now in the process of harvesting sunflowers almost every day, which we sell to a local store. So it's really amazing to see the participants and the mentors working together with our farm workers and volunteers to produce food for our local community, which is actually sold here in our country store, and to local vendors.
So it's great that besides like developing these life skills, it also allows them to give back to the community, to contribute to the community, to feel like they're part of the community, the bigger community. So tell us about that and why that is so important.
Well, just like for every human being, feeling like they're contributing to something greater than yourself, right? The self-actualization, feeling of belonging is extremely important. So we want to ensure that there are as many opportunities as possible for our participants to be able to do that. They do that here on the farm, and then we also work to secure those opportunities out in the community as well. So many of our participants have volunteer opportunities, like with the Maui Humane Society. We have a great partnership with them. Many of our participants love animals and love caring for animals. So not only do we want to give back through the farm, but we want to give back through other organizations as well.
That's great. That's great. And this also allows other organizations and other stakeholders in the community to really help your efforts, right? This allows them to also be invested in Laakea, which is great. So tell us about the big goal at Laakea, which is to provide affordable housing for residents. So tell us about that and kind of how can the community help? Where are we at now in this project?
Yeah, so it was part of the original vision of the founding board and an organization to not only provide an opportunity to provide day program services, but also to have an inclusive housing community where our participants and employees and community members can all live and work and play and thrive right here on the property. So we have received a pretty good sized grant and aid from the state of Hawaii that we're in process of working through right now. It will get us basically up to construction. So we're finishing our design plans and working on infrastructure and working with the community to make sure that the design and the layouts and how many bedrooms and how many buildings are really meeting the needs of the community. So it's a long process, but we hope to get to construction in the next 2 years.
Wow. And once it's constructed, tell us a little bit about this property and kind of what it would offer to residents.
So the intention is to have an opportunity for people to live here and play here. We plan on having open spaces, multi-purpose rooms, a commercial kitchen, really wanting to create a community. This location actually was the home of an indigenous Hawaiian village many years ago. So we would love to be able to get back to that true intention of what this land was able to provide for the people. And especially for our population, it's very difficult, as many of them are not able to maintain fully employable positions, right? Many of them rely on government support. So we do plan on being able to support Section 8 housing and looking at other subsidies as well to ensure that our core population, adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, are able to find a home here.
Mm-hmm. Ashley, can young people and eventually adults with disabilities, can they lead independent lives?
I believe absolutely yes, but I think that looks very different for every single person. Every person has a very unique diagnosis, and even if they have similar diagnoses, they're still very unique in what they think and feel is independent. It also really depends on how much family support they have, which varies greatly. So we absolutely believe that every single person can achieve independence, but that looks very different for each person.
And your organization certainly has that capacity to identify those unique needs, right? To allow them to really
Yes.
lead independent lives in the future.
Absolutely. I feel like that is a core strength of our staff, and that they do really work hard at getting to know each participant and understand their needs, what their families' hopes are for their child, and what the participants' goals are, and bring that all together.
So let's talk about the impact of Lakia Village. Through all of the years that you guys have served the community, how many people with disabilities have you guys helped?
So since La Akeo's creation, we've helped about 35 adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The beautiful thing that I love most about our history is that many of our participants actually stay part of the organization for many, many years. So that's a great benefit of working with adults in this population. They can stick with us for as long as they want. And so it's been really great. We've developed a pretty great core family of individuals that have been with us for a number of years.
Mhm. For you, I must ask this, Ashley, but for you personally, how has being part of this community, leading this community, how has this impacted your life? What kind
That's a
of
great
fulfillment have
question.
you gotten from this? Yes.
This is my first time working with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And until stepping foot onto the property and meeting our participants and getting to know all of our staff, I really had no idea that this was my core purpose and calling. Being able to see the joy in their faces and see them growing and developing new skills, trying new things, doing all of that, it is so it's so enlightening and refreshing, where so much work within nonprofits can be really daunting and you don't usually get a whole lot in return. But the fulfillment that I get from seeing these amazing human beings just having a wonderful day is more than I ever could have hoped for. So it gives me the fuel to keep marching forward, find new funding, get more supporters,
Yeah.
and continue moving the organization forward.
That's great. That's great. So, what can the community do to help?
That's wonderful. Thank you for asking. If folks are here on the island, we always welcome volunteers. You can work in our country store, which is a volunteer-run program. We also can always use help on the farm, but fiscal donations are always greatly appreciated as well. Fundraising has been pretty challenging since COVID. A lot of the focus has been shifted away from supporting adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And we'd really love to bring that focus back, because it is such an important population. And with the amazing advancements in the medical field, our population are living longer, so they need services for longer. So it's amazing to see the evolution in the field itself, and we definitely need to cultivate more donorship and help us steward this organization.
That's great. That's great. And for us at Just Wish Foundation, Ashley, we're just excited that we finally got the chance to connect with you guys. When we heard about what you guys do for this special population, this special roles that you provide and play, and the services that you give to these special individuals, and allow them to really thrive, that's such a life-changing opportunity. And for us, we're just glad that we can help in any way we can. And we hope that the more people hear about your story and the impact that Laakea Village has had through all of these years, that they will also do their part. Because as you said, these are services that, will be needed longer, because this population are living longer and are thriving, and that's great. And we hope that you can reach out to more individuals, especially with your affordable housing. We salute you guys. What better way to house these special group of people than in the paradise that Maui is? And we hope someday we get to visit you guys. But we just look forward to this partnership, and we just really wish you guys well and more power in what you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. And we're so thankful to welcome you all into the La'akea family and look forward to a continued friendship.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Mahalo.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.